God woke me up this morning at like 3:33 a.m. I'm like, get out of here. He began just telling me so many things. One of the things, well, it was two things. One of the things is so heavy that I have to really sit with that to put it together to talk to you about that tomorrow. But what I wanted to talk to you about, what he did tell me to tell you today, was this one thing. Do not believe everything that you hear. Believe what you see. I want to repeat it just one more time. God woke me up this morning at 3:33 a.m. I'm like, what are the chances of that? I woke up and I grabbed my phone and that's what it said. I laid down. God began to speak to me. It was two things that he said, just so deep, so profound. I literally had to grab my phone as God had began to speak to my spirit so that I could write this down. I'm going to talk to you about the second thing tomorrow, but I want to tell you what God told me in opening. Well, this is not in opening, but a little bit later this morning. He wanted me to let you know that you cannot believe at this time in the timeline that we are occupying everything that you hear. But he wanted me to tell you today that for real, you need to believe what you see. I want you to understand this. Satan knows that there has been a dynamic shift in spiritual power, and he is doing everything that he possibly can do to stay in control of you. And he's using all the same tactics that he has always used to keep you in line, to keep you exactly where he wants you, to have you to look upon certain people as to glorify them sometimes over God, for you to marvel and covet everything that they have because you don't have it. But the time has really changed. The energies have shifted. God has awakened you, all of you from around the world. And he wanted me to let you know today, baby, don't believe what you hear. Believe what you are seeing. See, you have to understand that when it comes to spiritual warfare, it begins spiritually first. And by the time that you see it show up in your environment, it has been dwelling and competing and forming and budding for a very long time in the spiritual realm. See, you can just open up thine eyes to see what the world has become. You can open up your eyes and see what people are denying, the questions that they are not answering. You can open up your eyes and see, particularly over here in America, they don't care nothing about us. You can dress it up cute. You can put a bow on it. You can say what you want to say, but we see you. I want you to understand too, that God has given his children the ability to have infrared vision. See, infrared vision is really unique. It's used in various types of ways. People use it in treatments for your skin, treatments when it comes to neurological things. People use it sometimes in battle so they can see the enemy. And God has given you a specific type of holy lens where he has opened your eyes up for you to see. But here's the thing. Just like in the very beginning of time, the devil wants to woo us with a bunch of word that don't mean anything. God wanted me to remind you to open up your eyes and see what is going on. Don't listen to what people tell you. Look at what you see. Pay attention to how you have been living. Look at this, look at that, and you will see what's up. Because I want you to understand that the four gods of this universe are falling. And the thing of it is man really don't have anything to do with it. See, when you're dealing with a force that created things in this earth, when you're dealing with somebody that has the ability to fall into a human flesh and do supernatural things, when you're dealing with a God that created the heavens and the earth, and it from the very beginning, the enemy wanted to really take over what God has created, you are dealing with a God that's not pleased, a God that is very, very angry. And I just wanted to reach out this morning to just encourage somebody today to pay attention to what you see and don't worry about what you hear. Because see, people can say a lot of things, but the proof is in the manifestations. The proof is in what you are seeing. It doesn't matter about what you say, baby. It matters what I am seeing. I want you to know something too. That when it comes to certain people, this certain group constantly wants to talk about this person's character. They want to basically verbally break this person's credibility down. But when you look at this person is really for American people. This person really cares about keeping you safe. This person really cares about the dynamic of the family unit. This person really cares about bringing peace and harmony into a world that has thrived off of the blood of innocent people dying. This person is something that's like a wild card that most people are not really accustomed to. This person does not fit the mold of a traditional leader, but neither did Moses, because after all, didn't he take somebody up out of here? Neither did Noah. After all, wasn't he a drunk? Neither was Peter. After all, didn't he pop off at his tongue and curse a lot? Honey, neither was Paul. Didn't he unlife a whole lot of people too? Neither was David. Didn't he lay with some man's wife and then turn around and unlife that man? I want you to understand that it takes sometimes people having experiences in their lives for them to come to God and really see what's really important in life. What's really important in life. Sometimes it takes us going through some crazy on top of crazy on top of crazy things in order for us to really be birthed into a new thing. Sometimes it takes us losing everything that we got in order for us to appreciate the little bit that we have left. Sometimes it takes us stepping outside of what we're always accustomed to see what is really going on for real, for real. I don't need nobody sitting up trying to say anything to me that don't care about me, my well-being, the well-being of this nation. And I want to remind you today, because the enemy is using the same type of tactics to keep you down so that he can stay up. You look at this world today. Look at the environment today. Look at the economy today. Look at fractured families today. Look at the war on your children today. I remember when I was a child, my second mom, my granny, they always protected me. Because when you are a child, you think you know, but you really don't. And when you are a teenage child, your parents you thought was absolute idiots. When you were a teenager, you figured that you knew everything and that your mom and your dad really didn't know much or nothing, or whoever that guardian was, or whoever that one adult was, because some people parents crazy, but somebody always is there to pick up the pieces where they may not know certain things. But when you were at certain ages, you really thought that you knew something. And we sit down today and realize we didn't know anything. And then when we sit up and we look at our children, they do the same thing. It is a war on your children's innocence. It is a war on their overall well-being. It is a war on their tomorrow, their future, and the future of other people. And it's important for us to be sober-minded. It's important for us not to be wooed by a celebrity, somebody who don't even live in the world that you live in, don't even experience the things that you experience, somebody that can pick up a phone and have a chef to deliver food on site from their kitchen, somebody whose kids get the best education in life, somebody that's so detached from reality, and check this out, don't care about your reality, but are willing to play a part so that you can fall apart in this nation. It is time for us to be sober-minded And it's time for us to stand with God. It's time for us to look around and pay attention and not be fooled by being romanticized by people who don't have anything in common with you. Period. Don't live like you. Don't go through what you go through. Ain't worried about no gas prices. Ain't worried about no borders or nothing else, because they can afford to have on security on site, people to shop for them, people to do everything they can for them, people who pay $2, $3, $4, $5,000 for a pair of shoes, and it don't even break their mind because they don't live the same life like you and like me. And I just wanted you to know that there's a campaign out against one particular person. But when you really look at it, it's a campaign out against God's children. It's a campaign against you. It's a campaign out against me. Why? Because the powers have shifted, and it's back into the hands of God's children. And today, as you go on about your day, wherever you are in this world, I want you to pay attention to what you are seeing. Don't be convinced, don't be sold, don't be swayed, and don't be manipulated into ignoring what's really for real, and what is up. Because I tell you the truth, baby. They lied on Jesus, came up with every possible thing that they possibly could to lie on him so that they could get rid of him, because he was put here to wake people up. He cared more about people than anything else. He cared more about setting us free than anything else. Anybody that you know that's doing something right, all the forces of evil will come up against that person and begin to run just smear campaigns and a bunch of old lies, when we can sit here as intelligent human beings under the blood and direction of Jesus Christ, and we can literally see what is going on. And I really feel that some folk feel that because they have money and because they have in power, they really feel that they can seduce us with that same old dried, rotten apple. Well, I'm here to let the devil know today, baby, not this time. You can have it back, because we getting back to eating, baby, and we sitting on top of this world. And until the next video, guys, peace, because I still be believing in you. Bye now.